So, knowing that formula, we can use it when we're given a rectangle and some side lengths. We can multiply the 4 metres by 3 metres, which gives us 12 metres squared. So the unit for area is metres squared or centimetres squared. Because we're multiplying metres by metres, it gives us metres squared. So here's another one. So similar to the example in perimeter, if we've got two different units, one in centimetres here and one in metres, we need to change them both to the same unit before we start. So we're going to do it two ways here. We're going to do it in centimetres and in metres. So first of all, we're going to change everything to centimetres. So that 0.65 metres will become 65 centimetres. And now we can multiply the 60 by the 65, which gives us 3,900 centimetres squared. And then we're going to do it with metres. So we're going to change this time 60 centimetres into metres instead. So we are going to divide by 100, which will give us 0.6 metres. And now if we multiply 0.6 by 0.65, we end up with 0.39 metres squared. And it's interesting to compare the two answers. So it's 3,900 centimetres squared or 0.39 metres squared. So one is actually 10,000 times bigger than the other, which is perhaps different from what you'd expect, but it's because we've got square units instead. So now we've got our composite shape, and I'm going to actually show you there's different ways of working out the areas of composite shapes. First thing we need to do is work out the missing sides like we did with the perimeter. And then we are going to work out three different ways I'm going to show you. So this is the first way. I'm going to split it into two rectangles, A and B, and work out the area of each A and B. So the area of A is 2 by 3 metres, which is 6 metres squared. The area of B is 2.5 times 1, which is 2.5 metres squared. And then we'll add those two together to give us 8.5 metres squared. Just watch out and make sure you're using the correct side length. A very common mistake here is to use the wrong side length for the rectangle, so just be careful. Method 2 is very similar, but I've split the shape the other way around. So A and B are slightly different. I put a vertical divide in instead. So here the area of A is 2 by 2 this time. I almost made the mistake then. 2 by 2 is 4 metres squared. The area of B is 4.5 times 1, which is 4.5 metres squared. And so adding those two together, again, we get the same answer, which is 8.5 metres squared. Finally, another way to do it is to imagine that we've made this, the shape into a big rectangle, which is 4.5 by 3 metres, and then take away the dotted part. So if we do it this way, the area of the whole big rectangle would be 3 by 4.5, which is 13.5 metres squared. And the area of the dotted little white rectangle is 2 by 2.5, which is 5 metres squared. And so we'll do 13.5, take away 5, which gives us again the same answer we got before, 8.5 metres squared. None of these methods is better than the other. It's entirely up to you which you pick and which you prefer.